Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. It's the 18th of September, Wednesday. I've boated up here just below the dam. Some people call this outlet 4. They're running 2 units of water and starting to drop a little bit, but it's still running pretty strong. I was kind of hoping it was a little less by now. They're going to shut it off here pretty soon. But this area up against this bank kind of forms an eddy through here when they're running water. And typically this time of year this is kind of a staging area for browns that will come up to spawn. There are a lot of them up in outlet 3 and up below outlet 2 and 1. They're attracted to that hatchery water that's flowing in. This is actually hatchery water, but it comes through a big pond. It's running most of the year. But I'm gonna throw this zebra midge that I threw the other day. It's a number 16 green with a chrome or nickel head, 6X tippet. I've got a little pulse of floats about 18 inches deep. These fish are starting to midge. What I was hoping for is when that water starts dropping out, the fish do the same thing here as they did down at Monkey Island. They'll start coming up and midging. Those midges start hatching, and I've seen a few come up, but it's not a lot coming up yet. It's still a bit early. It's still not, the sun's not down yet, so we probably got another 40 minutes of daylight. But I'm going to go ahead and try it. There are a few fish. I can see them out there. See some rainbows. I don't see any browns. But we'll probably take this. They are coming up a little bit and midging the surface. They tend to get a little spooky too. Probably not the best cast, but we'll see if they're going to hit that. See, I was hoping to hook a fish in the camera. Not down here, but out here where you can see it. That pulse is so light that any kind of take, it'll disappear. Oh shoot! Kind of felt like I have my light stuck in the back, and I was having to do a little loop-de-loop with my cast to get around it. It's not a good idea to do a loop-de-loop with a fly cast, because you end up with this. You think it takes a lot of patience just to fish. Try fly fishing. Been doing it all my life, and I still screw the cast up. I'm going to get up on the deck. Do a little mend in the line to keep my indicator. See, there's a good midge. Oh, they're really starting to midge over there. I see some browns now. Some small ones over there. So far they have refused that little midge. Drifted over the top of a couple of them. Ooh, I see a big fish. I'm not sure what it is, but ooh, I'm a little bit short. Yeah, he's 8-10 pound range. He's real dark, so it's probably a rainbow. See if I can throw above him. Oh, he's moving out. He's moving toward, oh, that's a brown. Eat it. He went right by my fly. I think I spooked him. That's a big fish. That was a big fish. Oh, he's coming up again. Oh, I threw it right in front of him and he left. Shows how spooky they are. This little tiny thing hits the water and they're, oh man, there's a massive brown in there. That's a different fish. He's well over 10. You wouldn't think a big brown like this would hit a little tiny fly, but they catch them. I don't think anything is really interested in my little midge. I got that one pretty close to him. Thought that little one was going to take it. I don't know if you can see those leaves out there in the water. They're going right over the top of him. And I'm short of him. Every drift. Okay, this time I'm going to go way over the top of him. Oh, we're not going to go over there. Oh. Big brown just jumped. Eat it. It's real cool to see these fish up here. Tell you what, I'm going to sign off and I'm going to tie a beaded scud on and sign off. Tie a beaded scud on, see if I can entice one of them. I'll be back. Wow, they've come out. They're really close to the... Well, I've tied on a little scud. Part of my problem is I don't have any split shot. So my scud is not weighted, so I'm not sure how fast it's gonna sink. They've kind of moved out. I think the water's dropping and they're moving out away from the bank a little bit. They're moving out towards me. I can see a lot more fish. And I can see this big one. It's kind of cruising around. Oh, there's another one. There's several big fish out there. Gosh. Woo. Big fish. Probably ought to throw a jig, because the current is slowed down to a crawl up in this area. I'm just going to go ahead and throw a jig. And I'm not getting any drift on my fly. And the current out closer to the boat's just dragging my line and dragging the fly, and it's complicated, but it's not working. I brought a rod with 2-pound line and a 32nd ounce black jig already tied on. Really too far to see any of the big fish now. I assume they're still there. There's fish jumping in there. Most of them are browns that I've seen. They come all the way out of the water and they do a big belly flop. I've heard several people, tell me why they do that, and none of it really makes any sense. I think they just do it because they just do it. Another one. Big jump. But the browns come up here and they do it. Their spawning run. Water up there is getting pretty shallow. It's probably less than 3 feet deep. It's getting so dark I can't really see anything up there now. I've actually done real well throwing a dry fly at these big fish when they come up in this eddy. Of course, I didn't bring a dry fly, like a hopper or a stimulator or something like that. I got some mosquitoes out tonight. I saw Wendell Beard caught a really nice brown yesterday up at Outlet 2, estimated at 13 pounds. Wendell is, I'm not sure if he's a native, but he has lived here a long time. And he has fished Taneycomo. Well, he probably is a native because he fished it back in the 60s. Very accomplished fisherman. He is retired now and fishes a lot. Last cast. Well, I'm going to come a little bit more prepared next time I come up here, and here we catch a big one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.